Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Om. Welcome this morning to Jamaica, Queens, New York, USA. Well, the temperature is 34 degrees Fahrenheit. That would be just around 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. So it's a little cold, but we dress for it, and it works out all right. Well, this morning, let us pay adorations to Surya Narayan. He's warming us up. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Well, let us worship God in the form of the 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space. Because, when we're in the mandir or in the house, we worship Him through our imagination. But here, God in the low nature, we worship Him as He is. And we worship Him in our body, because our bodies are made up of that, earth, water, fire, air, and space. And also, we are so privileged as human beings that we have the power of intellect to decide how we want to live our life. Because we have the life force in us, consciousness. This is where the lower nature came from, the 5 elements. And we're going to be worshipping us, or this murti of yours and mine, as gods and goddesses. Isn't that simple, devotees, that we have to think like this? It is a sin to think any other way. Because if we think that we are not gods and goddesses, then we will be staying on the low level. And this birth as human being would not be so beneficial for us. All the incarnations came, Swami Parameshananda came, and he would have said, what is the goal of life? Self-realization, universal emancipation. And he would have, he built the ashram based on this premise. And when he gave the 10 divine messages, second one is, what is religion? Self-sacrifice, self-discipline, adherence to truth, and countenance. What is real death? Forgetfulness of the self. When he would say forgetfulness of the self, forgetting that we have that life force in us, that God in us, that Lord Shiva without name and form, and with name and form inside all of us. Swami Parameshananda, Krishna Bhagwan, all the deities are in us. So we are that powerful. And when you do the yoga asanas and the meditation and walking out and chanting Guru Mantra, then you get the true essence and the realization of what I'm saying. So today let us sing a song. And Krishna Bhagwan, he in the Bhagavad Gita, he give us the answers to all our questions, on all our problems. And if we go to the Bhagavad Gita, take a verse here and there. Mahatma Gandhi would have said, when troubles are staring me in the face, I go to the Bhagavad Gita, read a verse here and there, and all my sorrows and sufferings going away. With this, he was able to liberate India from the British in 1947, with the help of others like Subhash Chandra Bose and so many of freedom fighters. Now, this morning, I want to just sing a song to Krishna Bhagwan. It's a nice song, and aren't you in a mood for a nice song? Okay. जो तो मिटाना चाहे जीवन के कृष्णा सबह श्याम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण सबह श्याम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण 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 नाम पावन पावन कृष्ण नाम प्यारा प्यारा जो न बोले कृष्ण कृष्ण जग में वो हारा हारा मन का मिटे अंधियारा जो न बोले कृष्ण सबह श्याम बोल बंदे कृष्ण 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 सबह श्याम बोल बंदे कृष्ण 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 जिसको मिले ना फिरा सुख का मरम क्या जाने जो न धाये कृष्णा कृष्ण नित्य का धर्म क्या माने चाहे अगर उजियारा जो न बोले कृष्णा सबह श्याम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण सबह श्याम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण छोड़ दे बतक ना डर डर तोड़ दे अहम का जीरा भूल जा जगत के वैभव तो को है कदेरा फिर क्यों मारा मारा जो न बोले कृष्णा सबह श्याम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण. Isn't that sweet that when we bring in Krishna in the morning and the afternoon, and when we say Krishna is taking care of all of our problems. Swami Parameshananda ji is a practical saint, and he would have done the same thing for people of all people who are less fortunate, whether they're sick or they need school, tribal people. He revived India, and he reformed India under the notion that under the weight of the Mughals and the British, he came at that time to take us out of that weight, that mental weight that we have. And how a powerful saint that he is, an incarnation of Lord Shiva. Now you might be hearing these things over and over, but it's necessary for you to hear them over and over. Because when we take things for granted, it's a way of forgetting. And when we forget, that's when we go to the lower nature. And when I listen to the people's problem, as a Swamiji, people are calling these times are very difficult times. I realize that each one of us have come here and we will have experiences. And we have a mind of our own. A mother bearing a child with the help of, the father, and the child takes birth. The only responsibility of the parents is to bring the child closer and closer to the point of God realization. Not to pamper and, yes, give them all the education, but without the moving the child closer to the God, then the parents' duties would not have been fulfilled, and that's a failure. So keep that in mind, parents, that your child is just passing through you. There were many births like all of us before, and this segment of that evolution to perfection of your child is, you have that responsibility. Love him, take care of him, give him a good education, give him all the necessities of life, but don't spoil him. Bring him into this life. And as parents also, we have to set examples, because most of the problems that are happening when I do investigate with problems with children, that they would have learned it from the parents. The parent would have done something wrong due to their childhood, and that has left a bad impression in their mind. So watch out that we have to make sure that parents, that you give good examples. Now with the COVID coming now, it's getting bad in America, and I know in India and all parts, Nepal, all over the world it's getting bad. Parents have to set an example, and with the holidays coming here in America and Thanksgiving, we like traditionally to have relatives over. But if we really love, especially our parents, elderlies, then we would not bring them in close contact with us. Let them enjoy themselves in where they are currently in that household. But to move around during Thanksgiving, it's going to be you're exposing yourself to great danger. Christmas is also coming, so be careful. This is the holiday seasons, and your responsibility has to go beyond what you like and what you used to do. But we all have to make the adjustment to bring it to that. This is the teachings of Swami Parameshananda when he talked about reforming. That when we take things for granted, we fall away from that ideal, that perfection. And he would have created BHARAT, SEVASHRAM, saying Swamiji setting examples, and devotees also the following, so that they could lift themselves for true activities. Because I can remember the best blessing that I have and grace of Swami Parameshananda is to allow me to serve in all capacity, in all parts of the world. He would have said, mountains and seas are no barriers to my work. Oh, and I'm a testimony of that. And that's all that's the blessings. And when I'm ready to leave this world, then all of us should think we shouldn't leave no mark. Like the birds are in this water here, we have to leave, like the birds are swimming in the water, they leave no mark. When they get up and they fly into the air, they leave no mark. We don't have to leave any mark into this world. All the mark that we have to do is that we have to move towards our perfection or realization. This morning I like to chant something that I have composed, and through the blessings of Acharya Dev, let us chant Om 3 times. Om. 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 Stay in that meditative state of mind. I'm the body. I'm not the body. I'm not the mind. I'm not the intellect. I'm not the ego. I am truth, consciousness, and bliss. Satchidananda. I existed before creation as consciousness without a name and form. From me, creation manifested itself. Earth, water, fire, air, and space, the main ingredient. I entered to the creation to give it life. I am not the body, as the body is made up of the 5 elements. This instrument body is constantly changing, and one day for sure I will lose it. I'm not the mind, as the mind is a bundle of thoughts coming from the environment, from the 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space. And they're coming through my body, and these 5 elements are in my body to receive them. And then for instance, the fire, sunlight is here today, fire, and that through my eyes I'm receiving it, and it's going to my brain. So the elements are in me and they are outside, and this is why I'm able to develop a mind. I am not the intellect, as the intellect is this passion and discrimination. My intellect is hijacked by my ego. My ego falsely identifies me as I am what I have, I am what I do, I am my reputation, I'm different from you, things are missing in my life, and I'm separated from God. I'm different from God. I am perfection. I have full control over my body, mind, intellect, and ego. I'm a liberated soul. So this morning, these are the thoughts that you have to entertain in your mind. Don't be taking this, in this time, alcohol and your bodily enjoyments of all matter is the key. Like, this is what makes people happy. Well, you do a little of that, but please take some time out to really discover who you are. And when you do, When you do your yoga asanas and your meditation, you'll find out that the murti that you worship in the temple, your murti is much more powerful than that. Your murti is alive, it's moving, it's performing actions. So you must think that your murti, how you want to worship your murti, how you want to sustain it. And then if you think like that and do introspection, you'll make your changes. Well, this morning is a beautiful morning. It's very cold. And please, be careful. And blessings are coming from all the gods and goddesses, especially from the gurus. Let us do a guru prayer. Om Dhyana Moolam Guru Murti Puja Moolam Guru Param Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. Adorations to Swami Parameshananda ji, because he's a practical guru. Devotees, I talk like that of Swami Parameshananda ji because I know he is the same as Tumhi Brahma Vishnu, Tumhi Maheshwara, Devadi Deva Mahadevaya Nama. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. That old Swami Parameshananda ji, you know difference from Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. You are the creator, the sustainer and the destroyer of evil. Please be in my life. Let me remember you. And that's all I need to do. So this morning, have a beautiful day. And look how beautiful it is. You wouldn't think it's freezing, but very soon this pond, this lake will be hardened with ice. Let us enjoy it. The trees have shed their leaves and they're ready for winter. Let us all make adjustment like the trees. But our adjustment should be, let us go to God. Let us realize that we are all the gods and goddesses. Better than that, we are consciousness. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om.